The Speed Triple name goes back a long way, back to 1994 in fact, when it was equipped with a 750cc motor. But over the years the engine capacity has grown up to the 1050 that we have today in the Triumph Speed Triple 1050 RS. Now there are two models in the Speed Triple range, the S and this one, the RS. And the RS is the only model that Triumph is bringing into South Africa. But that's no loss for local riders because this is the top of the line model. Now the big difference between the S and the RS is the fact that the RS is slightly lighter than the S, and that is because of the fact that it has a smattering of carbon fiber body panels. It also comes standard with these Arrow exhausts, and the RS can rev slightly higher than the S. The Speed Triple comes with keyless ignition, which is something that I am somewhat ambivalent about. I do appreciate the convenience of it when I'm on a bike that has it, but I can't say that I particularly miss it when I'm on a bike that doesn't. In addition to that, the bike also has 5 different riding modes. The modes are Road, Sport, Rider, Rain and Track, and the latter is unique to the RS. You don't get the track mode when you buy the Speed Triple S. In the place of the old analog dashboard, this bike comes with a full color TFT screen which sports auto contrast, and that basically means that it has a dark background when you're riding in low light and a white background when you're in bright sunlight. And I've experienced this in practice. On a bright sunny day, when you pass under a bridge, the TFT will briefly switch back to the black before it returns to the white background, and that seems to work extremely well. The TFT panel is controlled with a little joystick on the left-hand side of the handlebar, and it displays a variety of information which you can select using that joystick. The rider modes are selected by a separate button just above the indicator switch. And interestingly enough, once you've selected your rider mode, you confirm it by pressing the joystick. Triumph claims that this engine has been subject to no less than 105 individual changes. And while I can't claim to have experienced each and every one of them separately, what I can tell you is that this engine feels a lot more responsive and powerful than its predecessor. The power is transmitted to the rear wheel through a really smooth gearbox, and that is assisted by a slipper clutch, which in my experience works really well. The engine produces 110 kilowatts at 10,500 revs and 117 Newton meters of torque at 7,150 revs. And the significance of the latter figure is that the bulk of the torque is available squarely within the normal riding range. What that does is that it turns this bike into a hooligan bike. And I found that from personal experience, I tend to enjoy accelerating hard between traffic lights purely for the fun of it. The bike doesn't come standard with a quick shifter, but there is one as an option available should you feel so inclined. The Speed Triple RS comes with lean angle aware ABS and traction control. And while I haven't had the cause to use those during this review, what I can say from experience on other bikes is that this is definitely a life-saving feature. The RS is equipped with Öhlins suspension, and that gives the bike exceptionally good handling. This handling, in conjunction with the lean angle aware ABS and traction control, means that it's a type of bike that even a novice can take onto the track. For more experienced riders, the track mode will probably lead to them having a massive amount of fun. As befits a premium model, the RS comes with cruise control and daytime running lights. It also comes with a USB charging port, which is located under this cowl. And while we're on the subject, if you're concerned about the fact that this is apparently a single-seater bike, do not fear. Triumph has assured us that there is a rear pillion seat available with which you can replace this cowl. So what do we think of the Speed Triple? Well, it's a really easy bike to ride without being boring in any way. It's a type of bike that you can happily commute with Monday to Friday, and then when the weekend comes around, take onto the track and have a load of fun.